Thank you, and it really is great to be here, to be in Montrose. The last time I was here, I was at the Montrose Economic Development Council dinner, and it was just a wonderful night. Had the advantage of being with a lot of folks from Montrose and talking about Montrose Economic Development Council. I had a gift given to me that night, a fishing rod, and actually it was a rod and reel. So both manufactured here in Montrose, and if you know anything about me, you would know that I've used no other gift more than I've used that gift over the past year and a half. I fish a lot. It's a great passion, but I fish it and remember fondly the Montrose Economic Development Council. As you said, the new energy economy is something that we talked about during the campaign in 2006. We thought that Colorado was poised really to become a leader in the new energy economy. At the time, nobody else even called it that you would develop a clean energy future and be able to build jobs around that. It's something that communities across Colorado had already began doing, and not the least of which is this community, which is why we're here today. And I'm going to talk a little bit with some specifics, but I just wanted to congratulate you on being a part, really, of Colorado's new energy economy. Now, I think what you'll learn going forward from here is that the President Obama, really has a sense for how you do economic development, and at the same time sort of chart a course forward that is about clean energy. I was flying with him. I was with him in Grand Junction when he was at a campaign event there in September, and we were on our way to Pueblo to do a second event in the day, and I said to him, I think you need to start really talking about this, not to be too presumptuous, but you need to start talking about this in terms of developing a new energy economy. He was talking about green jobs and green energy jobs, and I said, I think in Colorado we have a way of thinking about it that's this tagline, new energy economy, and clean energy jobs. There's a lot of people that hear green, and they think somehow that it's a net zero-sum game, that this will go away if it's all about the environmentalists, and it's not. This is about charting a different course forward, and again, you as a community have experienced that. Well, he began using that term the following speech that he gave in Pueblo, new energy economy. And then the next morning he called it new energy economy. I went to Florida with him on economic development. We did a roundtable in Florida where I was there to talk, and he spoke about the new energy economy. And by that time, and this is why the guy's probably president, he sounded like he's the one that invented it, right? We know that we invented it because we can't find, there's Google, right? A Google search helps you understand who was the first to say it. We were the first to say it. What we know is we didn't patent it, right? Because we don't get paid for it every time Barack Obama says new energy economy, which he did again today. So we're very proud about that, but we're not well paid for having invented the term. It really is a way to couch what we believe in Colorado we can do around building an economy for clean energy, and really have had great success over the last couple of years. The reason we're here in Montrose is really to acknowledge your efforts. And I'm going to, again, go and I'm going to acknowledge some people and acknowledge things that you've done. But that's why I, as the governor of the state, am here, because I believe, and I said this at the Economic Development Council meeting that was less than 2 years ago, but I think it was in 2007. It was really about the fact that you as a community, and particularly I think your electrical association, the DMEA, get this notion about what the energy future should look like. Let me just acknowledge a few people in that regard. Phil Zimmer, the DMEA Energy Services Supervisor, and his team for what a great job you have done in helping us build a new energy economy. I know Ken Anderson and Mac McClellan. Ken is here. Mac was out there from Tri-State. Ken is the Executive Vice President, General Manager. Mac McClellan is the GM and VP of External Affairs from Tri-State. Where are you, Mac? There you are, right in front of me. So Mac McClellan and Ken Anderson, if you give them a round of applause from Tri-State as well. Marshall Collins, Cobble Creek Development, a board member on both DMEA and Tri-State. Where's Marshall? There you are. Marshall, thank you for what you're doing. And I have to acknowledge, not have to, but I want to acknowledge my Director of Economic Development, Don Elliman. And Don is a person who, along with other people in our administration, has really helped me think about how we do economic development at the same time we chart a clean energy course for the future. It has helped put us on the map both nationally and internationally, and I would like to just please acknowledge Don's effort as our Director of Economic Development. So we are here to celebrate many of the successes that are found in Montrose, in the city, in the county, and with Delta Montrose Electric Association. Let me first reiterate Mayor Ellis's comments on the city. Actually, it wasn't the mayor. The comments made at the beginning on the city's dedication to efficiency is demonstrated by the building that we are meeting in and the fact that it has a ground source heat pump for heating and cooling. This is one of the many systems that are in public buildings in Montrose. They save taxpayer money, and they are especially important during tough economic times because these economic times affect all of us, but our energy bills don't go down. So finding other efficient ways to provide energy, and especially clean energy, is really important. I'm a personal believer in ground source heat pumps, insulation, energy-efficient light bulbs, and solar power. The governor's residence, we were fortunate to move into the governor's residence. It's called the Betcher Mansion, and the governor's residence at the Betcher Mansion. It's in central downtown. We have installed in the governor's residence a ground source heat pump. We've installed efficient light bulbs, and really we're doing all this through other efficiencies that we have, savings that we have from our energy bills because we're paying attention to efficiency and then using that money that we save to put in additional measures that really help us heat that place and provide energy for that place in a very clean way. I realize that through DMEA, Tri-State, and the city of Montrose, we share a lot of passions, and especially passions, as I've already said, about the new energy economy. DMEA, maybe out of all the electrical associations in Colorado, is one of the strongest partners we have in the state where the new energy economy is concerned. I think that would be something that would be reiterated by the members of the governor's energy office. I have in my office, the governor's office, we have several offices that are really their own operations. So Don runs the Office of Economic Development. I have a gentleman named Tom Plant who runs the governor's energy office. That energy office would say that this is a great partner, DMEA, offering solar rebates, the fact that you have explored geothermal power in a significant way, small hydropower, energy management systems, and I know that as well the people who run DMEA are staunch believers in energy efficiency. DMEA's commitment to ground source heat pumps using the constant temperature of the earth to heat and cool buildings has been nationally recognized. In 2008, DMEA announced an innovative program to further reduce the cost of these systems. It's one of the first in the country. It shows that rural Colorado is setting the example for how the rest of the country, urban, suburban, or rural, can best manage our energy usage and energy costs. Through DMEA's program, homeowners can add a ground source heat pump for an additional $15 to $25 a month. These ultra-efficient heating and cooling systems can save the homeowner 30 to 70% on operating costs compared to natural gas or propane. We consider that a win-win for everyone. Another great program implemented by DMEA, funded by Tri-State, is the co-op's 100,000 free CFL giveaway. My pleasure today to announce that DMEA is wrapping up the final free CFLs to the community. I see a few over here, and so maybe it looks like there are 3 packets left. So you should come get them because this is it. This is the wrap up for that. And again, it is a big thing because today they are giving these away, and we urge you, along with DMEA, to really make the change to help close out the campaign and brighten the future of the co-op members' homes with these lights. Energy-efficient light bulbs make a great deal of sense, and it's something that all of us can do with respect to changing our energy usage and really our carbon footprint. DME estimates that the 100,000 CFL's aggregate reduction on their system's energy demand could be as high as 6 megawatts. This could save in the first year power cost savings of more than $322,000 to DMEA. $322,000. From the consumer standpoint, over the long-lasting life of the CFLs, this will save $4 million on lighting costs. The environmental impact is the equivalent of preventing 38,000 tons of carbon dioxide from entering the atmosphere each year. Again, we consider it a win-win for everyone. Later in this program, we'll recognize the significance of keeping dollars local with the rebate check presentation